All right, welcome to another episode of 5incos. This is episode number 43. This week we'll be covering our movie of the week, A Quiet Place, and also Street Sharks Season 3, Episode 7, A Shark Among Us. As always, I'm your host, David.
I'm Stuart.
And I'm Ben.
So, guys, we are 7 episodes away from our 50th episode.
I know.
Wow.
What would you guys think about possibly doing a live stream of episode 50?
Ooh.
Oh, I have one taker.
You have aroused his curiosity.
And just aroused me in general.
What about you, Stu? Would you be interested in possibly doing a live stream?
So how's that work? We're just on Twitch doing this or what?
Yeah. We also need to get our Twitch numbers up. By the way, if you guys aren't aware, we do have a Twitch channel. We stream at least at this point once a week on Thursdays at 7:00.
And possibly Sunday.
Yeah, and possibly Sunday is coming up, and also the live stream for this episode 50, possibly, if you guys are lucky. If this video gets 50 thumbs up,
Oh, wow.
and at least one subscriber, we'll do a live stream for the 50th episode. And make sure to drop a comment and let us know what game you would like to see us play. But before we keep going down this road, we're going to go straight into shark diving into our Season 3, Episode 7 of Street Sharks. Speaking of arousals, this episode has the blue pill. What do they call them? Bluesies?
The shit, I don't remember. If we did this yesterday when we were supposed to, then I would have remembered.
Know, but
Yeah,
unfortunately,
David.
Ben. Yeah, what? Ben,
Yeah,
shut up.
David. God
Ben,
damn it,
I'm
David.
sorry, I wasn't the one who was trying to push a new code on Monday.
I actually had a
Yeah,
question.
David.
Go ahead, Stu. Grill him.
This is I know we've already dived into the shark zone, but you mentioned that you just received the requirements that day and you're also supposed to have it done by that day?
New requirements, yeah.
It must be like a really critical update, or else the entire UCI system probably come crashing down.
In what world does it become your problem that it took them so long to give you the requirements that you have to get it out that day?
In a world where we don't have a fucking BA or a good project manager to do all this shit for us.
I see.
Oh, I know a really good project manager, Stu.
David Chen.
Oh yeah, also David Chen's available for all project manager needs.
Okay, David. Okay, Mr. Chen. Thanks for coming in. What do you know about software development?
I'm the boss.
Oh God, he's right.
Wow.
You're hired.
See, dude, nailed it.
Wow.
Dude,
Wow.
I actually, speaking of jobs, I was really sad that Ben, that one time for that esports manager position,
Yeah.
I didn't even get an interview.
Well, Ben was in charge of that, from what I remember.
No, it was for the arena. What, you didn't trust me?
Well, I mean, it was either that or, well, there's a shredder next to me, and, well, got your resume, saw the shredder. I mean, 2 and 2, you know?
Shredder looks hungry.
You're so hard on it.
I gave it to Panda Express. I gave it to Wendy's. I don't know. They just don't want you, man.
Damn it, no wonder Panda wouldn't hire me again.
Again?
I mean, so Street Sharks Season 3, Episode 7. In this episode, Ripster goes undercover to find out what is happening with these blue pills that are causing all these kids to roid out.
And get boners.
That's right. And get aroused about the Twitch stream for the 50th episode. In this one, we do not have another montage. And we also have the fact that literally I don't know for everybody, for the two of you guys, but I feel like everybody that lives in Fission City is just super gullible. I don't get it.
I mean, yeah, they all still believe Dr. Paradigm is like some kind of fucking philanthropist.
And they believed in this episode that Ripster all of a sudden had like this tussle with his brothers.
I was totally convinced by that.
Yeah.
Really? You thought that he was going to turn?
Well, yeah, he had the shades and the jacket and everything.
And the cowboy. Wait, he already has cowboy boots. But
yes, there was. That was the part that I knew he was a rebel when he put on the cowboy boots. I didn't even know they were. Have they been wearing shoes the entire time?
Well, Streaks has rollerblades.
That's not shoes, but okay.
Ripster has cowboy boots for some reason.
No, just in this episode.
I think Jab has like combat army boots, and then Slamu has like football cleats or whatever.
So in this episode, during their tussle, during their fight, I think we've kind of figured out like the strength, like hierarchy or tier list for the four sharks. I think Jab is probably not the strongest one. It's got to be Slamu, right?
Yeah, for sure.
I don't-
Slamu is the strongest.
yeah, I thought
Slamu's the
that was very
strongest. I think it
established.
goes Ripster, Jab, and then I think it might be Streaks is the weakest, or Jab might be the
No, I
weakest.
think
Which one?
Streaks. I think Streaks is the weakest, but he's
The
also the
fastest.
fastest. He's the most agile.
Well,
So
Yeah,
I mean,
because
dude,
that's
like
rollerblades.
he could rollerblade on any surface. I've never seen that. If there's a miracle on this show, it's that.
yeah. So I think
I think it was the shark powers that really gave him that ability.
I
Without
think
it, he would be nothing.
I think the way it breaks down on the stat sliders is that Slamu has strength all the way to the right and agility all the way to the left,
Yeah,
and
not
then
as agile and kind of clumsy-ish.
Ripster has the strength one turned down a little bit with a little more agility.
Mm-hmm.
Or no, sorry, Ripster is like the medium one. He's like middle of the road, like flat.
Okay.
And then I think Jab has strength.
Higher acceleration. Oh no, that
Has
would be Rips. That'd
he
be
has strength
Streaks.
turned down a little bit less
Okay.
than Ripster with agility
Uh-huh.
a little higher, and then
Okay.
Streaks is just
All
strength
agility.
all the way down, and yeah, agility all the way up. So
Okay. Dude, I feel like this was a missed opportunity because I know that Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles had the arcade game. Why was there not a Street Sharks version of the same game?
God damn,
Sharks in Time.
you know, it's not often that David makes a good point on this podcast, and and this is no exception. That's a terrible point.
What? Damn it. I was about to say, dude, we had the title for this episode. David had a good idea for once. ... Not.
Yeah, but that could be any episode.
Not all the time I come up with all this gold, okay, Ben? All right, shut up. All right.
It's just usually a bad idea without the good idea before it.
Ben, what I was thinking though is like how like Ninja Turtles had like arcade games that were pretty popular, but like the
Yeah.
Street Sharks never had one. Like, what's up with
Wow,
that?
yeah, that's actually a good point. Yeah, why didn't they like capitalize off it like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles?
Yeah, I mean they had toys.
Like Sharks in Time or something. Yeah, come on. Yeah, Sharks in Time. That would have been a great game, right?
Yeah.
Like, come on. They had the whole setup for it. Sharks in Time. Wow.
Unbelievable. Anyways, all right, David, what were you saying?
If I had a soundboard, I would pick the soundboard that had the door closing and then walking away.
And then the car starting up.
And then okay. Any other thoughts on this episode, guys?
Don't do drugs.
Yeah, this whole episode was all about not doing drugs. I wonder if this correlated or coincided with the whole baseball like steroid thing, and they're like, "Don't use steroids."
Yeah, his like nerdy. What's her name?
I think Lena.
Lena's like
Lena
nerdy
or whatever.
younger brother or
Mhm.
cousin or nephew or something like that was the one who was using the drugs, and then at the very end he gets a girlfriend and he goes, "Oh, he's out healthy living," and I was like, "Dude, he's also still ripped."
Yeah, so it's a win-win.
Yeah.
No, but
Everything
he's
worked
like,
out.
"Oh no, it should be for your brain and not."
Wait, so the moral of the story is you can take steroids as long as
until you get big.
until you get big, and then you can stop.
And they don't show you in 4 episodes later he's just completely just sagging all over the place.
Yeah, it was funny when I was watching this episode. I think I wasn't paying attention during the part where they're like scheming about Ripster going undercover. So when I started paying back attention again, I was like, why is Ripster a bad guy now?
Did he get gene slammed and mind controlled?
I don't know, that's what I was thinking, but then my intuition kicked in and was able to deduce what was
There's
going
no
on.
way Ripster could be a bad guy.
There's absolutely no way. He's too pure of heart.
He's absolutely right.
He's the best. He has the best heart. You'd be amazed.
That was that was a Trump impression, correct?
No, I was trying to. That's how I talk.
He has the best. I don't even know. I can't.
That's
even
getting too sexy.
Okay. All right. Well, any other thoughts before we go ahead and move on? Q. All right. Did you guys see anything else this week outside of our movie of the week and Street Shark?
Hell yeah.
Okay, Ben.
Uh-oh.
Thanks so much for that. Stu, what about you?
Yes. Moving on.
Excellent. All right, our box office rundown for this week. Ben, what were you so excited about? If you say Community and Simpsons again, I'm going to mute you, and it's just going to be me and Stu the rest of the episode.
Okay.
All right, he's getting muted.
I saw Wild Wild West. All right, I saw Wild Wild West.
What? The Will Smith movie?
Wait, did you watch this with Bowie?
Yeah.
How did I know? How the fuck did I know?
I never got to watch Wild Wild West.
All right, you know what? I'm muting him now at this point. Stu, how come we don't get invited to any of these?
I don't know. Like Bowie, I know Bowie. Bowie's a friend.
I know.
consider him an
Kevin, thank
acquaintance.
you so much for listening to our podcast and helping us and following us on the Twitch stream. We know that we are better friends to you than Ben. Why do you have to keep faking and hanging out with him if we are both available?
Yeah. I mean, Bowie, I didn't want to tell you this, but whenever we're off air, Ben is just dunking on you constantly. Did you actually mute Ben?
Yeah. He can't even defend himself at this point. It's the greatest thing in the world.
Hello?
Okay, now he's back.
What?
He's back.
Hey, let me defend myself, all right? Let me defend myself.
And that's enough. All right. So,
Sorry. So what was the reason? What was the reason you were watching Wild Wild West, Ben?
oh, let me bring him back in. Go ahead.
Well, I was talking with Bowie and we are trying to figure out some movies to watch, and it came across the fact that I, was not allowed to watch a certain subsection of entertainment when I was a child.
Say it.
And
Which
Huh?
one? Say it. I
Just-
want you to say it.
according to my parents, it was movies
Oh, yeah, nice. Real nice. Shift the blame.
featuring bad people. That's what my parents said. I asked them what that constituted.
Bad like Michael Jackson bad? Or
Yeah, actually, well, according to my parents, yeah. Well, I mean, 80s Michael Jackson. I don't know about after he got his hair on fire, But yeah, so I wasn't allowed to watch Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, Proud Family, Smart Guy, Sister, Keenan and Kel,
there's something
all
similar.
that.
There's some line you can draw between all these shows.
They're all 90s sitcoms.
Oh, so they
No.
really didn't like 90s sitcoms. I
They
see.
did not like 90s sitcoms or 90s sitcom stars such as Will Smith. That's right, Stu. So I was not allowed to watch Wild Wild West, even though I got the Burger King toy. I never understood what that toy was.
What about MIB?
No, I was not allowed to watch MIB. Well, actually, no, I was allowed to watch that because of Tommy Lee Jones.
Yeah, Tommy Lee Jones.
Wait, why did you say
That's why he was never able to watch Bad Boys.
Because it has bad people. Exactly.
I feel
So-
like there's a more subtle Stu, I don't feel like he's hitting it.
Yeah, there's like some kind of
You're
ambiguity
dancing around
here.
it. What is it, Ben?
Just like Will Smith dances in Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Is it dancing actors in the 90s that is
It is. It really is. I think it was. I mean, let's see.
Oh, is it because of Jazzy Jeff?
Guy's Jeff, man. DJ Jazzy
Or
Jeff.
something?
They had a beef with Jazzy Jeff? Okay.
And they tossed him out of the house. So I watched Wild Wild West. And I also am now starting to rewatch all of the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
What platform is that on?
It is on a platform somewhere on the internet that is accessible to both of you.
That is illegal.
No, it is well within my constitutional rights under the Second Amendment.
Oh, okay.
The right to
Bear arms?
the right to bear Will Smith.
Shall not be infringed.
Yeah, shall not be infringed.
The right of the people to keep and bear Will Smith shall not be infringed.
Now, modified Will Smith with a 10 magazine capacity.
All right, Ben, how was it for you?
What was your quick review of Wild Wild West?
That's pretty damn good. I mean, Will Smith, man. Well, I've been missing out on this. How's he a bad person, Mom and Dad? How's he a bad person?
Wait, so when did you see Independence Day for the first time?
With you guys.
No, I think it was like shortly before I first hung out with you guys. And that's why, what was it? The first time I went with you guys to Vegas and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, for Evo the first time?
Yeah, that time. Yeah.
That's when all the is this glass bulletproof? No,
Yeah.
sir.
We had the real Whopper ball.
Yeah, and the real Whopper. Oh my god, man, we
Yeah.
had a real pizza pretzel and everything, man. Let's go back.
What other vehicles from the 90s did Ben miss out on? It'd be
Kenan
interesting.
and Kel, Fresh Prince of Bel Air, and Good Burger. I didn't see the Good Burger movie. I'm going to see the Good Burger.
That sounds like a pretty typical Asian upbringing. Uh,
No, I watched Wild Wild West. I didn't have a
that's
problem
true.
with
Wow.
I didn't have that either. So
because my parents knew that Will Smith was not a bad guy.
he was a good guy.
That's right.
I don't think I watched too much stuff. One thing I've been watching on YouTube a lot though, which kind of planted this idea, incepted it into my head.
Did
That
you watch Inception?
no, I've been watching a lot of drunk history. And I was like, man, we should do a drunk episode. That would be awesome. But
Well, joke's on you if I've been doing drunk episodes for the past 43 episodes.
you don't know. I mean, like shit face can barely talk drunk.
Oh, well,
Like,
I'm happy there.
yeah, so I think that would be pretty fun. I don't know how we work the logistics out, but that would be I don't know, that it just sounds like it'd be a good time.
It is always a good time. I am totally down for that. Maybe that's how we get Sean on here.
Yeah, we just have to get super lit.
Yep, super lit.
What about you, David? What have you been watching? Okay, great. Box office rundown.
Yeah, there's nothing on the box office rundown. We're still done.
Regal is planning to open up again July 10th, I
Yes.
think.
That's
Yep.
right.
So that'll be fun to start seeing regular movies again. That means our now that's what I call Cinco's volumes are going to be limited.
Well, we'll see. So Tenant is scheduled to come out, but that is the big first blockbuster coming out that has actually been delayed.
What? Even though they were forcing everybody's hand?
Yeah, I thought they had an ultimatum or something.
They were pretty much hard set on that date. They came out with the new trailer saying, "Yep, we're still keeping our original release date," and then they're delayed it 2 weeks. So we are not seeing it July 17th. Was it? I can't remember.
Yeah, it was July 17th.
Yeah, so they're delaying it 2 weeks, and instead they're releasing the
Scoob.
No, they're not releasing Scoob again, and I know you really want to see it, and you should have chosen. Now that's why I call Cinco's animation, but you didn't. All right, you chose whatever you chose. So they are re-releasing Inception for its 10th anniversary. Can you believe this shit? 10th anniversary.
That's cool. Has it really been that long?
Jesus
Yes,
Christ.
it's been 10 years. Can you believe that
Holy-
shit?
I
No, I'm in
can't.
disbelief.
I am too. I don't like. Yeah, it was in 2010.
Damn.
That's
So for me, the only movie I saw this week that was not the movie for was Artemis Fowl on the Disney Plus.
of
channel.
course you would. You would watch that, David.
I
That's the most David ass thing you could watch. Jesus.
it was I actually didn't think it was very good.
Can you explain to me why? Okay, never mind. I was typing in Artemis Fowl because I remember seeing it on Disney Plus and Google. I thought maybe my brain saw what it wanted to see. It auto completed to Artemis Fowl boobs,
What? Wait, what?
and I was just as confused as you guys. But I'm thinking it was maybe like a little. My brain saw what I wanted to see
Yeah.
because I guess it's actually books. So
Oh. Boobs. Nope. Wrong. Books. Books.
no,
is
that's
what I'm
not
looking
nearly
for.
as fun.
Yeah, books
Yeah,
aren't.
no, it actually came out on. It was supposed to have a theatrical release, and I think they were better off putting it on Disney Plus because it was.
Shit,
Yeah,
not great.
no,
Did you watch it on your own?
I did not. No, I watched it with my girlfriend.
Sure, this imaginary girlfriend that you have. Sure, Dave.
You both have met her. It doesn't matter. Whatever.
We all know that you paid someone that looks way better than you can actually get to be your girlfriend just to impress us. We know, David. All right, come on, come clean. How much?
Because
Irene.
she's too perfect for me to be able to pay for.
Irene, hi. You listen to us, right? Hi, Irene.
No, she does.
Irene, hi. It's me,
So,
Ben.
yeah, she is priceless. So yeah, Artemis Fowl, meh. I would probably give it maybe a 3 out of 10 if I had to give it a rating. So
How
luckily
does it
we're
compare
doing
against
that.
Angry Birds 2?
Oh, dude, compared to Angry Birds 2, dude, this would not even be a trailer for Angry Birds 2. That's how bad it is. Like you can't even use this as a. I wouldn't even care if this movie was like, oh, let's use this as a stinger. No, waste. This doesn't even get to be that. All right. No box office this week. We're just gonna go straight into our movie of the week this week, unless Stu watched something else. Still?
No, just the.
Okay. All right.
I finally
we'll
finished. Well, never mind.
go ahead. You
No,
finally finished
I,
what?
Oh, I want to hear it. I want to hear the story. Go ahead. I am
Yeah.
interested.
no, it's nothing.
No, what was it?
Come
You
on, Stu.
finally
Don't make us
finished?
beg.
Okay, I finally finished playing Resident Evil 3 on all difficulties. There, I said it.
Wow, we should have skipped that.
Yeah,
Anyways.
I tried to skip it. I tried to. You didn't let me.
Okay. All right. Rating.
Yeah.
I don't know. A lot of people were upset with Resident Evil 3 because of the amount. I guess they charged full price, and it was only like a 5 to 8 hour game.
Yeah, but I mean, like, isn't there a lot of replayability for it?
Yeah, I liked it. I enjoyed it. Resident Evil 2 remake was better, but Resident Evil 3 remake was still enjoyable for me.
Wait, let me ask you something. So, did you watch the PlayStation 5 reveal
I
this
did.
past week?
Well, I didn't watch the
Yeah.
whole thing, but I did see the Resident Evil 8.
Oh, so what did you think of that bait and switch? Because it really got me.
What bait and switch?
Yeah, what bait?
It was well, when they showed the trailer for Resident Evil 8, like during
Oh,
the
you mean
live
the Village, and then it switched it
Yeah.
out.
Oh,
It was funny because I was watching the whole thing. I was like, "Is this looks like Resident Evil? This looks like Resident Evil."
yeah,
But
that's what I was thinking. I'm like, yeah, it looks like Resident Evil, and it said Village. I'm like, ah,
and then it is Resident Evil.
yeah.
That was
That was a
pretty
good.
cool. I'm
Yeah.
actually pretty excited for it. It looks really good.
Now I know a lot of people on the internet have kind of been upset with Chris. I don't know why though.
I think
Do you
it's
know?
I think it's a misdirect. I think because it's almost like they're trying to they make the preview makes it look like Chris is a bad guy. Has become a
Mhm.
bad guy or a villain.
Oh,
I
he's a
feel
bad
Yeah, he's
guy.
a bad man. But I think it's a misdirect. Also, one curious thing about it,
Mm,
the at the end of the preview,
mm.
Chris says a line, and the voice actor is almost certainly the voice actor of Carlos in the Resident Evil 3 remake, which is a little strange. So
Ooh.
there's some contention there right now. So
Ooh, welcome to Conspiracy and a Half
yeah.
Thinkos. Holy shit.
So I don't know, but it does look. I'm pretty excited for it. It looks like it's going to be pretty good.
I should play 7. Shit.
Yeah, you should in VR.
Oh man, you know what? We should have for Cinco Game Time Vision Deluxe Ultra whatever.
Dude, you're the one who came up with the name.
Wait,
Dude,
that
you
was?
guys are the ones who wanted to make it so complicated.
I did not. I didn't.
Yeah,
Cinco Boys,
David.
Game Time Vision, Turbo and Knuckles, Turbo Sonic
See?
and Knuckles. I can't even say it.
Wow, David, after you spent all that time creating it and brainstorming it and selling us all those pitches and that stupid PowerPoint presentation we had to sit through, god damn.
All the Zoom
Cinco,
meetings
Cinco,
we had to sit
Cinco.
through.
Game.
It was just 20
Time,
slide
time,
decks
time.
of fucking
Vision,
the word
vision.
Cinco in different
Spelled in-
fonts and different
That's
little
right.
transitions
It's called building anticipation,
for 3 hours.
showmanship.
Black leather gloves.
Black leather.
Prestige worldwide. But David, you should stream Resident Evil 7
VR.
VR.
Oh god.
I'd
Here,
like to watch that. I'd actually like to be sitting in your apartment watching you play that.
yeah, I would also enjoy that.
No.
Hey, oh, what's in my closet? Oh, it's a VR headset. Hey, David.
No.
No.
Join us this Thursday when we stream Resident Evil 7 featuring David Chen.
Hell no.
Was there anything from the PS5 reveal you guys saw that was interesting? Other than that,
NBA 2K21.
Featuring
I got
Zion.
I got a
That's
gripe
everywhere.
about that.
All right, go ahead.
I mean, it's pretty simple. I mean, yeah, Zion, he seems like he could be a great player. He has yet to prove anything.
Is it
But
because you want Alonzo Ball to be on the cover?
no, I actually don't really care who's on the cover other than this. Well, not so much that he's in it, but he's being featured so heavily, and he has yet to prove anything.
You said heavily.
Okay, so if you were to pit somebody, who would you pick?
I don't know, fucking who put Kawhi since I guess they won. So Usually, isn't it like usually the previous year of whoever was like the big player who won, or you know what I mean?
Giannis won the MVP last year, and he was on the cover of this year's.
Yeah. So exactly.
So Giannis won again. So are we gonna put? Are we
Or
gonna put? Wait.
put,
James Harden
put
also won.
James
He's never
Harden.
been on the cover.
Yeah,
You
put
want
James
James
Harden.
Harden on the cover?
I mean, better than Zion.
I don't know, but I feel like they've definitely like
The
hyped like
dude has
big players and
the
stuff
dude
like
has
that. I know
not
he hasn't done anything
the
yet.
dude has not played a full season yet, and they're already giving him fucking 2K cover. That's
They gave
ridiculous.
LeBron a 2K cover, and he hadn't done anything yet in that point.
Yeah, but he was LeBron. Like he had at least. I'm talking about Zion has played what 30, 40 games, not even
Yeah,
probably
probably not
20,
even that
20
many.
something games. Like, and he's getting a 2K cover. Let's get real, dude. So
Mm.
that's
So maybe,
I don't like the hype around him.
well, maybe
So
the
you're
2K
saying if the okay, hold on, wait. If the Lakers had ended up with the number 1 pick
Mm-hmm.
and Zion was on this team, would you feel differently?
No,
All right, fair. All right, we're gonna go straight into our movie of the week this week. That is A Quiet Place.
so the rest of the episode, we're just gonna be keeping as silent as possible.
Yeah, we're gonna do this all via sign language.
Yeah. All right, guys. So let's just end the episode here, and we'll just fill in like 30 minutes, and then let's do the outro right here. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Okay, thanks for tuning in. Next time we're gonna be talking.
They can hear you.
No, no,
Wait, as
we
long as
already
there's a
left.
waterfall around us, it'll be okay. In a post-apocalyptic world, a family needs to learn how to survive without being able to say anything to each other with words. So they have to use sign language. How will they survive in a quiet place?
Your synopsis makes it sound like sign language is like the crux of this movie. Like,
Yes, it's all about
it's all
not
about
being able
sign
to hear.
language.
Helen Keller learns how to be able to speak without being able to see, hear, or speak. She learns the meaning of water.
And then the turkey jumps through the fire ring at the end, and
Which
Timmy is
which
happy.
alien is best? Wrong.
Black bear.
Black bear. False. Aliens beats Battlestar Galactica.
Michael.
Oh,
Michael. All right. So,
yeah.
Stu, thoughts on this movie?
Excellent. Yeah, that was really good. That was a good insight.
Well, it's not a movie I've watched a lot. It's probably only maybe the second or third time I've seen it, but it's kind of recent enough that I knew, kind of recall it well enough from the first time we all saw it.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and opinion hasn't really changed. It's a great movie. I really like, and I'm sure it's probably be the same for a lot of us. Really like the use of silence in this movie. Um,
Mm.
so much so I don't know. I can't recall going to a movie theater to see a movie and having a portion of the movie be so silent that it was like, I mean, we were there, we were trying to eat popcorn, and you try to like try to crunch down on one piece of popcorn, and it's like a bomb going off from how quiet it was. And it's almost like
Who's
they had
that?
some kind of strange like technology that
Speaker.
like sucked sound out of the room to make it even quieter. So that like almost like a sound like a sensory deprivation chamber or something. So but yeah, that was probably one of the most notable things about this movie. And of course, John Krasinski can he direct a movie
And
and
star in one.
star in it. And one thing I noticed in the credits, I don't know if I noticed this before, but Michael Bay actually produced it.
Yeah, right?
That's crazy. There was like no
There's so few
explosions,
explosions
no
in this movie.
CGI. Well, there's some CGI, but no major like car wrecks or chases. Like, man,
Where's the typical explosions?
yeah. Maybe that's in the second one when they show the prequel scenes. But yeah, it's a good movie. I give it a 9 out of 10.
Ooh.
Okay. What about you, Ben?
I And like
Oh
Stu,
God,
this
I'm gonna
isn't
have
like
to silence this guy.
what I do? What I do?
Let-
Huh? What I
You're
do
let
this
this
about to
time?
man
Huh,
crap
David?
speak.
all
Go ahead.
over this.
Go
I
ahead.
have a feeling that's how
What?
you usually
What?
start it.
What? What?
Go ahead, fine.
How do I
I'll
start?
let you
No,
go.
no, no, no. What? How do I start, David? No. Let's hear it. Let's hear it. I want to know how the hell do I start my reviews? Let's see it.
It always starts with.
Well, now I'm going to do that every fucking time. All right.
Way
It's
to
my
go.
thing. I'm gonna fucking own it. It's mine now. All right. Trademark. Copyright that shit. I will be right back. I'm going to the office, the trademark office, so I could fucking put my name down on this shit. All right.
What was that? Are you rolling up
Anyways,
a
it's my
disposable
Pez
camera?
dispenser. All right. It's my Pez dispenser.
Sounded like a disposable camera.
It's my disposable camera. It's Pez dispenser, special edition. Go fuck yourself. Anyways, anyways, I agree with Stu on this. This is only the second time I've seen this film, but I will say that um I did have a better time viewing this movie in theaters. It is definitely a different experience watching it at home, especially, with all the different sounds going on. Like, there's a lawnmower going off, there's kids screaming around the area, cars going by. It kind of detracts from the whole quietness of it. So with that being said, it was a bit of a drag this time, knowing that, it's not going to really pick up until well, I don't want to give anything away. So, going through all of the motions of the first part, I thought, man, this is going a little slower than I remember. But then it does pick up again. And even though I know what was going to happen, it was still really, really tense. So I'll give it that. So even with all those distractions and everything, I still really enjoyed it. I wouldn't say that this is going to be one of those horror films that are going to, that's in my top 10 or anything, but it's still very, very good and very well made. I will give it 8 out of 10.
Oh, I guess I was wrong.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
what
you're
else is
wrong,
there?
David. Dumbass. Simp ass David. God damn it.
Wait, how did Simp get involved?
It doesn't matter. After watching that bro science video, literally every dude's a simp. It doesn't matter. Like everything. He's like this. What was it? A cuck is a final
Simp
form of a
final
simp.
form.
And I was like, oh, so they're like he literally leaves it no openings. He's like every guy's a simp. Doesn't matter.
Yep.
So,
Yep.
for me, very similar experience. I agree with you, Ben. Like it definitely detracts from the atmosphere and not being able to watch this in a theater, because I remember we all had a very similar experience where I had a Slurpee at that point and I was just like, oh man, dude, it like half of it went to waste because I couldn't do the typical like tapping thing to be able to get it down to the bottom or anything like that. I felt bad if I was to like, make noise where you hit that air pocket and all of a sudden it just like reverberates throughout. It's like this cup becomes an amplifier where just like it makes this like really loud sound. I'm like, oh, kid, I guess I'm done drinking this until the movie's over. So yeah, for me, this movie is a 9 out of 10. Definitely love the atmosphere. I was really surprised. I went into the movie the first time not knowing that John Krasinski had directed this. I know that probably is like missing a lot, but actually it helped me the second time watching it really appreciate a lot of the things that he was able to accomplish, even though he's in front of the camera and not behind the camera. And so I didn't even know that Michael Bay had produced this. So that actually, changes a couple things as well. It just kind of makes me appreciate some of the things and hopes that he, sticks to less, I don't know, like relying on special effects as much. And I felt like this movie definitely left a really good cliffhanger. And I'm excited to be able to see so far what they have it scheduled for
Sometime this year.
September. I believe September. So, I mean, if anybody's seen this movie, you guys already know what we're talking about. So, there's definitely this like feeling of almost just kind of like you're kind of expecting something horrible to happen, and it just kind of just hangs with you the entire time. So, just that sense was definitely. I would have loved to be able to have us record this episode after watching it the first time, because I thought that experience was just so great.
Yeah. I don't think I've ever, gone to a movie like that and had that kind of experience where it's not just me. Like it's like you can tell the people around you too. Like for once in the like universe, people were not gonna fucking make too much noise, unlike
Oh,
every
no
other movie
phone
I've been
calls, no
to.
looking
Yeah,
at cell phones, nothing. Everybody was
even
just glued to it.
even the babies knew not to cry. So
Well, if that'll do it for this portion, we'll just we'll talk really quick about the movie that we're gonna do for next week, and then we'll jump into the spoiler zone. The movie for next week, we are starting a new part of the segment.
volume two.
That's right, volume
Woo!
2. That's what I call Cinco's Sports Edition.
Oh man, I'm excited for this movie. I the first time I watched it, brought tears in my eyes. So David, go ahead and say it.
We
It's
will be
Airbud. Oh my god, we're watching
all
Airbud.
right, I'm putting him on mute. Next week's pick is my pick, The Replacements. This is the
Shane Falco.
Shane Falco. If you know anything about this movie, you'll understand why it's one of my favorites and definitely top 10 at least sports movies.
Criminally underrated.
Oh, for sure. Like I feel like this Rush Hour and like a James Bond movie was usually how I spent Thanksgiving at home with my parents. Was like no, because it was always perpetually on TBS or TNT, one of the two,
I see.
right? So they would it'd be, I think it was Replacements sometime around lunch, and then there would be the James Bond marathon. I think it was on like Spike TV, if anybody remembers that. And then at night when we went like for like around dinner time, we would watch, and then TBS would or TNT would have Rush Hour, and then we would just watch that. That would be it. And then for Christmas, obviously, is Die Hard. So for me, this was an annual tradition every year for me. Instead of watching the really crappy like football game every year for Thanksgiving, because it's usually never very good, this was my football every year.
Wow.
So yeah. Um.
Yeah,
So, yeah,
that's
if
what I
you
call Cinco's volume two.
That's right. So next week, the week after that, will be Ben or Stu's pick for another sports movie. I'm pretty sure me and Stu can probably already guess what Ben's going to pick, but I'll just leave it to. And we'll just leave it
Really?
to.
Can you really guess? Because there's like 27 movies in that whole cinematic universe. Go ahead, fucking
I
guess.
know you're going to pick something that has Air Bud in it. It could be. I'm pretty sure you're going to go with Golden Receiver. I am pretty sure. But because I've said that, I've eliminated it. So now Ben's got to live with this agony of knowing that he's like, I really wanted to pick Golden Receiver, but there's 26 other films. But I really wanted to pick Golden Receiver. I want you to struggle with that for a week at least. At least.
So don't worry, we're all going to struggle when I pick it. We're all going to struggle that week.
We just be cursing Ben's name.
There's no rules in the rule book. It says the dog can't play basketball. That's the wrong movie. Oh, there's also no rules in the
whatever.
book that says they can't play football.
And now featuring Air Bud 47. There's no rule it's saying dog can't play cricket.
Would you watch an Airbud that was UFC Airbud?
He destroys, he beats you to death with his cuteness.
Yeah, Airbud, Golden Octagon.
Oh no, even better. It'll do like the thing where it shows the dog paws, like punching the guy in the face. Clearly puppeteered dog paws.
Dude, Airbud Southpaw. Come on.
TM.
Dude, Dana White's gonna come after you. Did you guys see the thing about him and John Oliver?
No, are they gonna fight?
No, well, no, they're not gonna fight. But he brought up the fact that Dana White had set up Fight Island somewhere in like the Caribbean or whatever. Yeah. And he's like, "You guys missed out. Like, you missed out on so many good puns. You could have called it UFC, as in UFSEA,
right?
The Brawl of Valhalla or whatever." Like, he just came in with a bunch of stuff, and then I guess Dana White trademarked UFC and then said, "You're not going to get any royalties, but thanks for the idea."
Nice.
So Southpaw, PAW, is going to be stolen because Dana White is a big fan of our show.
No, we just TM'd it. Let it be known, June 16th, 2020, 7:58 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time.
If anything, we will sell you the rights to this movie.
This episode is proof that we
you heard it here first.
Yeah, we coined it.
That's right. All right, let's jump straight into the spoiler zone.
I'm sign languaging to you that I'm in the spoiler zone.
Where's Ben?
David, shut the fuck up.
You shut up.
David, you're gonna get us all killed.
David, shut up.
What?
I don't understand.
All right, we're in the spoiler zone now. For you guys, I'll start. Since I started with Stu, I'll start with you, Ben. Most memorable moment.
So the most memorable moment, the first time I watched it, was definitely the opening scene in which that
The kid.
yeah, the kid gets killed. It was like throughout all the trailers and all the marketing leading up to it, it was definitely something they didn't really emphasize on. Like, what does this creature look like? Is it a creature? What's going on? You don't really know, and you still never got a clear look at it. That's what I really liked about it. I hate
When you see
horror.
the monster.
Yeah, I mean, like if you give it away, then it's like, okay, well, I know what I'm dealing with. I mean, you guys ever seen the movie Jeepers Creepers?
Yes.
Or Drag Me to Hell. You don't get to see what
Oh,
the
another
thing looks
Justin
like.
Long scary movie.
Oh, holy shit! Yeah, Justin Long wasn't that, but Jeepers Creepers. I remember the first half of the movie was so fucking good, and this is like the most extreme example I can give of something that has gone south so fast because they reveal what the monster looks like. As soon as they reveal the fucking monster in Jeepers Creepers, all fear is just and suspense is just thrown out the window because holy fuck! As soon as they show that motherfucker, he does a fucking backflip over a car, and then the car tries to back into him, and he does a fucking front flip over it. It's just like, okay, now he's just fucking dancing. Great,
All right,
like,
Jackie Chan.
yeah, I know, pretty much at that point. But they really kept up the suspense in this movie by not really showing you what it is. You don't even know where it can come from or anything. All you know is sound will fucking kill you. And they really ramped up to that. They had this whole like 5-minute sequence of them really emphasizing, don't make any fucking sound. Don't do it. Don't do it. As soon as the kid does it, like Emily Blunt knows, holy fuck, my kid's fuck. John Krasinski just darts towards him, makes a mad dash for him, and bam,
Gone.
yeah, and the way they showed that, man, it's heartbreaking. It just fucking clawed the shit out of him. Holy fuck, it was good. But okay, but for this particular viewing, there was a different favorite scene that I had, and well, um, it was the scene at the very end of the movie when they finally killed one of them. Right, they shot in the head.
Yep.
For some reason, after they shot in the head, all I could think about was Scary Movie 3. After they kill one of the aliens, and Anthony Mackie's like, "Guys, I found their weakness. They're useless without their heads." But yeah, like even knowing about all the suspense, all the twists, all the turns, I was still at the edge of my seat. I still really like this movie. It's still very good.
What about you? For you, Stu?
Yeah, definitely. I think echoing Ben, when I saw it in theaters, the opening scene where the kid gets it was pretty. That was pretty heavy, but it was the second time around. I paid more attention to because from the first time around, mainly remember John Krasinski dropping his bag and making a mad dash to try to do something. It's like it's clearly he knows like whatever he's going to do is not going to be enough, but he's still trying. Um, but then this time I focused more on Emily Blunt and what her reaction was, and that was even more devastating to see. Like she knows she can't do anything, and she just has to stand there and try to be quiet, and she just collapses to her knees. That was pretty heavy. Um, so that was probably the second time around. I know paid more attention to that, and then the part surprisingly that I forgot was when the John Krasinski and his son are returning, and they find all the lights are on red, so they're trying to get there to help out, and then I had forgotten like the reveal, like where he's the kid's lighting the fireworks, and then it cuts to John Krasinski like whipping out the shotgun. I was like, "Fuck yeah, fucking time to fuck some aliens up." That was like,
He gets fucked.
yeah.
And then he gets slashed at the end.
Yeah, but then I have a beef with this movie. Is like, okay, he had the shotgun. Why didn't he bring the shotgun with him?
Womp womp.
Like to go save the like. That's like, I mean, he had it before. Why didn't you take it? But I guess I don't know. that was you could have survived John Krasinski. Although if maybe he took the shotgun, then maybe Emily Blunt would have died. But who knows?
Yeah, I thought it was incredibly creative that when he was loading the shotgun, like it was under a blanket.
Yep, because those shits
Like,
are noisy.
yeah, because that like that immersion definitely was very big for me. I was like, oh, I didn't even like. I don't know why, but like for some reason, like me thinking about that was just kind of like, oh, that's a like that's really good continuity to be able to consider that, right? Because it'd be really easy for them to just kind of just shoot, like, cut to him already had the gun loaded,
Yeah, or if they
right?
even
They
just showed him like, the classic every time like you see it in a movie or TV where someone
slowly, like,
just points a gun and it makes a load like a cocking noise. Like if they had just showed him like doing the pumping the shotgun, they're like, okay,
mm-hmm.
that's not probably what would have been done, but
Like in
yeah,
Scary Movie 3 with the shovel.
yeah, with the shovel.
They
It
cock
all
the shovel.
it all goes back to Scary Movie 3.
It always does.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
then I was
So
like, I'm also going like, why do you only have one gun? But that's an argument for another time.
yeah, for me, the only thing that I thought was kind of interesting is when I found myself like kind of like, because I knew that there was nobody else I wasn't in a theater. I was just like actually questioning things that was happening. I was like, why did she do that? Right? Like when the sister like hands the youngest brother that toy or the shuttle,
Mhm,
and then doesn't make sure that he walks in front of her. He just kind of goes, "Oh, here you go," and then just kind of goes off. Like
mhm.
I'm thinking, I'm like, you're the big sister. You should be watching him, like, to make sure he leaves the store, right? You don't want to be like kind of assuming that he's just gonna follow you, right? Why
Well, I
wouldn't you
mean,
just? I don't know. That was for me. That was just like, I understand that's how you lead up to the point where the rest of the story kind of leans on the fact that like the kid's gotta die, right? For the sister to feel remorse, and for the dad to kind of be acting out about it, and then she feels bad, extra bad about it, she blames herself, that kind of thing. But I'm like, I don't know, when me and my brother, when he was that young, like I made sure he always like walked in front of me, so I made sure I was always kind of like covering the back, I guess. I don't
oh
know.
my God! Welcome to the wow. David's such a great person hour.
Thank you.
Chen,
Thank you
Jesus
so
Christ.
much.
David pats himself on the back. Volume 2,
David
volume
gives himself
43.
a medal, the honorary good brother medal. God damn it, David.
Wait, hang on. I'm gonna call Eric and see if this is true.
Yeah, we got fact check this shit. We're fact checking this shit right
I mean,
No,
like that
guys,
was
you don't
that
have
was
to do that. No.
now. We're live here with Eric Chen. Eric, what do you have to say about David being a great brother? Oh yeah, that one time they locked me in the car for 5 hours. Weather.
What was that? Both of you guys got muted on accident? Or... Hey, welcome. Thanks for coming by.
I think about the whole thing with the, you know, what you're describing with the daughter and even like the parents kind of like walking ahead and leaving the little guy behind.
Mm-hmm.
I think that maybe could kind of go to or show how there may have been like complacent, like they might have felt like
Used to it.
comfortable
Oh, okay.
in the
I see.
in even though it's like because it starts off saying it's like day 80 something
Mm-hmm.
of something, so it's been only been like, two not even 3 months, so maybe they still have all their little precautions, but maybe they started to get complacent, and so that they each the Emily Blunt, John Krasinski, the daughter, they kind of just walk out expecting the littlest
The, d-
one to like just kind of be in tow, but
oh, because
then
he's always been that way.
you cut to after that happens and it's like day 400 and something, and you can pretty much tell that they're no longer there's no sign of them being complacent in anything they do. So
Yeah, they're
Yeah,
um,
very. They pay a lot of attention to everything.
yeah, I do like that kind of explanation. It does kind of because when I was watching that, I did have that kind of itch in the back of my head, like, wow, they really have a lot of different securities and different like situations thought out. Like it seems almost unbelievable, but now that you said it that way, it does seem more plausible that because their little boy got killed because of their carelessness, they would go to these extreme, like almost paranoid stretches of preparation just to do all these things, like having those light switches in place, putting those fireworks, like they had all these different ways of, accounting for all these situations where the monsters would come. So yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I did it good.
You did it. You did it. All right, David,
All
what's
right.
your insight?
Huh?
What do you have to offer to this conversation, David?
Thanks for joining us for another episode of Dose Snaps.
Wait, actually, I did have one thing I did that I found really weird with this movie that I want to rip on. Who the fuck are printing these newspapers?
What?
They just found them on the ground.
Yeah, but
It's
I mean,
noise.
okay,
It's sound.
it's sound. Oh man, we're getting massacred out here. Hurry, print that paper saying it's set. All right, now go deliver these newspapers. But they're out there. No, you have to. It's your job. Okay. Like, who the fuck is doing this? Who has time to do this shit?
Yeah.
Oh. For me, the biggest like memorable scene outside of that like first initial one is probably the scene where the dad and the son are coming back from fishing, and they stumble upon that couple, the old couple.
Yeah. That was a good scene.
Oh my gosh, I felt so tense the entire time. I was like in my mind, I'm like, the guy is so distraught that he just wants to die with his wife, knowing that she passed away. And I'm like thinking in my head, I'm like, dude, it should be like The Walking Dead, where it's like, oh, another survivor, right? And he's like, nope. He's like, at the end of my rope, don't care. Get out of here if you want to get out of here, but I'm dying today, right? I'm gonna make noise. I'm just like, wow, okay. That for me, that was incredibly, just kind of like startling to me.
Yeah, I really do enjoy that scene just because it kind of puts you in the position of the son, right? You're kind of just walking around, you're taking in everything. It's very scenic. However, you like something happens, you don't really know what's going on, and you as the audience, it's really cool that John Krasinski puts you in this position where you have to kind of piece everything that's going on. They don't spoon feed you everything like John Krasinski saying something like, "Hey, like watch out, son, this happened." No, it's like they visually just
Look
start,
out over there. There is a man standing in the way.
Watch out, young man.
Stop! Don't open that door. But yeah, it was a really cool scene, and it really kind of highlighted John Krasinski's directing abilities and the ability to kind of make the story. So yeah,
Is he directing the second one?
I hope so. I would hope so.
Yeah,
I
I hope
would
so
think
too.
he would.
Yeah, I
I'm
think so.
pretty excited about it. I mean, it has Cillian Murphy in it. Man, it's gonna be good.
I feel like this one's gonna be. It's not gonna have the same feel to it as the first one because of how much dialogue you see in just the previews.
Yeah.
So, but that's not to say it
Honestly,
won't
I
be
actually
good.
have not watched any of it, so I haven't really paid attention to the trailers.
You didn't see the trailer?
Wow.
Oh, it's really good.
Yeah, David.
Yeah, but I feel like it'll be a different
movie
style, different style. Yeah, it's not going to be like the super tense, quiet. Yeah, everyone shut the fuck up, be quiet. It'll probably have a little more like action, human interactions, like type thriller, suspensefulness to it.
Yeah, I'm interested to see what they're going to bring to the table. In terms of what's new.
All right,
but we'll find out when it comes out.
That's right, in only 3 months. So, any other thoughts before we go ahead and we wrap this one up, guys?
I'm really excited for Air Bud next week. But which one, you'll just have to tune in to find out.
Stu, can you host next week?
Yeah, okay. All right, welcome to the Stuart hosted episode where we talk about Air Bud.
Why are you leaning into this?
Why wouldn't I?
Why do you hate me?
It's Air Bud.
Is that you want me to answer that?
No. Okay. All right. Well, thank you guys for another episode, for joining us on this one. So that'll do it for us here on the Dos and a Half 5incos podcast. This is episode number 43. As always, I have been your host, David.
I'm Stuart.
And I'm Ben.
Make sure to tune in on your favorite social media platforms: Spotify, SoundCloud, YouTube, Google Play, and Apple Podcasts. Definitely don't forget to subscribe there. Definitely check us out on the Twitch channel on Thursdays and possibly Sundays. You'll have to tune in to find out. Follow us on Twitter so you can find out all the greatest news and updates from the Dos and a Half 5incos podcast. Don't forget to tip your Reiki masters. Stay safe out there, and we will check you guys on another time. Okay,
Okay, bye.
Bye.